Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today the car that I have for you is from the future, and you guys know from the thumbnail and the title. This is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz EQS 450 Plus, and I'm doing a full in-depth review of this car. Thanks to Orbit Trading for providing this car to me so I can do a full in-depth review of it, and that's pretty much it for the starting. Now let me show you the car's front fascia. But before that, a lot of people get confused. What is the EQS? So let's explain that first. So the Mercedes-Benz EQS, this is a full electric car, and it's the electric car of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. So the EQS was first released by being the first electric car from a German company and a first electric car from Mercedes-Benz, and that was the EQS Sedan. After the EQS Sedan, they released two models, 450 Plus and the 580. The 580 has all-wheel drive and much more range and power. The 450 is rear-wheel drive with a little bit less range and a little bit less power. But soon they're gonna announce the EQS 53 and the EQS 63, but it's gonna take some time for them to develop all the things. But now they released more electric cars like the EQS SUV. That is the same car, but it's just raised up, and I did a full in-depth review of that car and this car previously. I'm going to put those in the pop-out banner, and one was in Canada, one was in America. So now let's come to this specific car. This is the only EQS in Bangladesh until now, and let's start the full in-depth review with the front. So the key is exactly same as the S-Class. You have the button for opening the boot, you have the unlock, and you have the lock with the Mercedes-Benz emblem. And if you just press this button, the emergency key comes out, and it has a Mercedes-Benz logo there as well. Now I'm going to get inside the vehicle and turn on these full digital light. Put on the brake, pressing the start button, and then it's going to slowly turn on with the animation. So this is the full light with the hazard. This is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the lights. So on the 580 and the 450 Plus, the front is the same. So you have these full digital lights, and because it's the electric car of the S-Class, you have three dots, one here, one here, one here. You have the big projector set up for your headlight, and you have another one for your headlight as well, but your high beam's down there, and it says digital light inside. This is your daytime running lights, but when you turn on your hazards, this comes to the hazards, and it all the way starts from here and then all the way extends till the front and the other side on all electric Mercedes-Benz cars, and you have the branding right there. And you have this chrome bar on top as well to make the car look more luxurious. You have the Mercedes-Benz logo on top, and you have one right here with the radar and the front camera of the car. This is the number plate slot. You have opening here for aerodynamic purposes, and this car is in the black color, so with the chrome accent it looks nice. There's chrome here, and the towing hook of the car is here. And you have 6 sensors at the front. And now let's come to the safety systems of the car. So then the width of this car is 75.8 inches, and now let's come to safety. Mercedes-Benz, when they release a new car, first they test all the safety systems of the vehicle. So for the first time, Mercedes-Benz is offering autopilot, and that is a very expensive option, and it is not released yet because they're developing it more, so it can automatically park from the parking lot to the parking, and then when you come out, you can just press a button on the phone or press the key twice and it's going to come by. So they're still developing that, but it's going to come soon. But we saw some demos, but the steering wheel is different on the autopilot and the normal because you have two buttons for the autopilot system. And it has more safety systems like automatic braking assist, it has cruise control, it can automatically brake and move the car to the other lane, and then it has a lot of safety systems called it's Mercedes-Benz. It's just top-notch stuff. But unfortunately on the EQS you can't open the hood because on the 580 you have two electric motors at the front, so you could see that, but because this is rear wheel drive there's nothing under the hood, but there are cooling system for the car. That's going to be it for the front. You have your Magic Sky for your sunroof and your front windshield, and the front windshield is laminated, so all of the sun that's coming inside, it's not going to create any heat inside the car, and the rain sensing wipers are flawless when it comes to its own work. Now let me show you the car's side profile because we are done with the front. But if I didn't show anything, let me know in the comment section. So the length of this car is 207.3 inches, and a lot of people complain on the side profile of the EQS because it looks something like an egg, but it actually does because of the aerodynamics of the car. The car is designed in a way so air can go and pass through. And I know a 12-year-old kid can draw this car by just a pencil, but it's okay, it looks nice, it's not bad. Now let's look at the wheels. So on the EQS 450 Plus, this is the baseline car, but it has optional extra things on it, so that's why it's much expensive than a normal EQS. So let's look at the front wheels first. You have 21-inch multi-spoke, multicolored wheel that you have the silver brushed aluminum with this black, and the wheel is designed in a way so air can pass through the wheels, cool down the ventilated 6-piston brakes, and come out through as well. Front disc thickness is 15.3 inches. You have multi-link suspension with air springs, and this car has the optional extra e-active body control, so it is much comfortable than the normal EQS or a normal S-Class. And the turning radius of this car is 35.8 feet, so it's much more easier to turn this car than a big S-Class or a E-Class because the rear wheels move. Now let's come up from there. If we unlock the car, I have to show you one more thing, that is how are you going to pour the windshield wiper washer, because the hood doesn't open. That's why Mercedes-Benz gave it on the side, so if you just press this button you can pour it here, and it has a mark as well. Then you have the chrome surrounds with the EQS written, and this all the way extends till here and all the way goes till the back of the car. That is really nice. And you have frameless door at the back, there you can see, and if we close down the door it slowly comes up, and it's the same at the front. Full frameless door, and it is double glazed as well. The rear windows are privacy glass, so no outside noise can get inside. It's laminated, and the door handles are same as the S-Class. If you press on this button it's going to lock and go inside, and if you want to unlock it you just swipe your hand there, and you have Mercedes-Benz written, and it is illuminated with lights. And then the wheelbase of this car is 126.4 inches. Now let's go to the rear wheels because I gotta show you more stuff here. So the rear wheels are same as the front because this 450 Plus is rear wheel drive, but you have smaller brakes, and the rear thickness is 14.7 inches. Multi-link suspension with air springs and e-active body control, so it's much comfortable. And the rear wheels actually move 4 degree or 10 degree if you get the option, or if you don't. So that's a good feature. Now I'm going to get inside the car and move the rear wheels so you guys can see how easy it is to move with this car. So that's with the wheel moved all the way to the left, and this is fully moved all the way to the right. And that you can see how easier it makes your life after you get this option. Now I'm going to come outside the car, and now I'm going to show you the charging port of this car and tell you about the car's range and how long it's going to take to charge this vehicle. So if the car is unlocked, if you just press right here, the charging slot is going to open, and you can charge it with your home charger or any fast charger if you have it any close with your location. And it has this nice light that's white, but when you put the charger in, this goes to green, and when it's like no charge in the car, it's just red. Now let's talk about the charging capacity of this car. So this car has a 108.4 kilowatt hour battery that's on the floor of the vehicle, and it has one electric motor that is in the rear of the car, and it takes 12 hours and 50 minutes to charge the car from 0 to 100% in 220 volt to 240 volt home charger. It's pretty long, I know, but in fast chargers it can take much less time, and it can be like boom, it's fully charged from 20% to 80%. I would recommend everyone, if you drive electric car, you should keep it above 20% and below 80% for making the car's lifeline much better. And now, as we are done with the charger, let's get inside this car. But before that, I have to show you the car's rear. So the height of this car is 59.6 inches. Now I'm going to show you guys the rear tail lights. Let me remind you again, the 580 and the 450 Plus get the same rear and front designs. So the rear tail lights are same as both of the cars. But one thing that I like about Mercedes-Benz on their electric cars is they put animation when you unlock the car, so the light slowly turns on. And now I'm going to get inside, turn on these full OLED rear tail lights. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, This is with the full light, rear fog, hazard, and the reverse. Now I'm going to put her back to park, and I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the rear tail lights. So the tail lights start from here, where you have your Mercedes-Benz branding, and then you have some cool designs how the light turns on like this. This is your hazard, and it is fully OLED. So it all the way starts from here, goes, you have the rear fog there. This is the reverse, fog and reverse, and then it all the way extends till the full other side. That is pretty nice in my opinion. So rear tail light's nice. You have the badging right here, EQS 450 plus, or if it's 580 it's going to be 580 plus and 4MATIC. You have the Mercedes-Benz star here, but when you put it on reverse, this actually flips up for the reversing camera, and you can open by pressing this button, so it's going to lift up. And then you have a lip spoiler on the rear of the car that enhances the aerodynamics of this car. Now let's come down, because you have 6 sensors at the back, you have the number plate slot with 2 number plate slot lights, you have chrome details and towing hooks, and a nice diffuser for the aerodynamics of this vehicle, because all the air that's coming inside from the front radiators are flowing underneath the car and coming out from this. Very good technology. On the top you have an upper stop brake light that's right there, and the rear window is tinted, so no sunlight or any heat can go inside this vehicle. Now let me show you, is this car practical or not. So for opening the boot, as it's Mercedes, if you have the key on your pocket, if you go right behind the Mercedes-Benz star, you put your leg there and it's going to powerfully open. So as this is an electric car, it has more storage than a normal petrol car. So you have almost 600 liters of storage behind the rear seats. And if you look at the underfloor storage, you have more. And these are all the sound insulations, so no dangling sound comes inside the car. And you have this nice Mercedes-Benz bag that is here that has the charger of the car. So if we open this up, you can see the charger. You can charge this car with this, and because this is brand new, everything's intact. Let's put this back. So there we go. And put this back, and you have another charger that's down there. You have one AC and one DC, and you have another bag for it. And you have the emergency triangle and the tire repair kit down there, and the towing hook of the car. So if you need your car to get towed, you have one at the back, one at the front for putting the towing hinge. You have nothing much here, but it's just everything's just white. But if you go on this side, you have a storage area that you can put some tools for the cleaning treatments or something else. But you have lights on either side, so at night you could actually see something. Now if you want to fold down the seats, you can do that from the rear seats. So there we go, and it's a 60-40 distribution. There we go for the 40, and here we come for the 60. There we go. Maximum storage you can get on the EQS, and this is 1,560 liters of storage. That is pretty good. Now if you come up, you have 2 buttons. One is for closing the boot, one is for closing the boot and locking the car. So let's press this, so it closes the boot fully automatically. Now let's get inside the new EQS. So now let's get inside the rear of the car. So there it opens. Let's get the 60 up. There we go. Let's get inside the car, and let's get the 40 up. As you can see, the inside of this car is very nice. Totally futuristic, totally white, and it's just so nice. The interior color of this car mainly. So you can see there's a full white color. You have isofix anchor points on both of the sides for a child seater, and you have cushioning on the top, and you have a tweeter right behind your head, and a microphone here for the voice command system. You have 2 light placements here and 2 light placements on the door. So if you just press this, mine 2 ones will turn on. If you just press this button, the whole ones are going to turn on, and it actually looks nice because it's warm white, so it's a premium color for the light too. If you open this, you have a phone holder, or you can put a pen there. If you press this again, you have your cup holders below it. If we get that up, and 3 people can easily sit because there's no transmission tunnel here, but you have 4-zone climate control in this car. So this is for the rear climate, for both of the sides. This for the wind speeds, this for where you want the air. This are the AC vent with bronze finish. You have seat pockets behind the front seats on both of the sides, so you can put some magazines and stuff, and you can enjoy your separate moonroof at the back. And just look at the ambient lightings on the door. Fantastic. And the windows are one-touchly open, and it actually goes fully down. Learn from Mercedes-Benz. Not to BMW, there's more competitors there. So now let's come there, but before that I forgot to show you one more thing. That you have two USB-C types there for charging your mobile devices. Now let's come here. You have a jacket holder or a suit holder. You have an AC vent here, and you have bronze finish on it. Now if you go from the door, you have your Mercedes-Benz side sill, and now let's come to the door. You have this brown finish with this brown stitching. You have ambient lighting and bronze finish with white. This is your door opener. This is your heated seats, the button, and you can configure through 3 different modes. This is your grab handle with this wooden treatment and the window opener, and you have the bronze finish there as well. And you have your Burmester high-end sound system on this car. That's where you have this big speaker on the door. You have some storage here, and you have ambient lighting inside there as well. Now let's get inside the front of the car. And you can actually get full power doors on the EQS, but that's also optional extra, and it's very expensive. Now let's get inside the front. So let's start from the dash. First of all, you have your airbag here, and you have a vent here for defogging the windows. You have your ambient lighting and the bronze finish that all the way extends till here, but you have 2 AC vents at the center. This is your AC vent for the passenger, and if you do this, it's off. If you do it the other way, it's on, and it has ambient lighting inside, and it actually looks like a plane engine, so it's full turbine. And you have ambient lighting here as well. If you press this button, the glove box is going to open, and it is illuminated. Closing that, now let's come to the seats. Seats are 12-way adjustable heated, but you can get ventilated and massage. That's option, because this is a brand new car. That's what's in full packaging, but it is very comfortable, and it has ambient lighting on the seat that you can see from this side. That is actually here or here, as you can see. That's nice, ambient lighting on the seats. Now let's come to the storage cubbies. So if I open this, you have a little storage area there with 2 USB-C types and a wireless charger underneath. Close this, and if you open this, you have 2 cup holders. If you press the buttons there, it slides open, and it's the same on the other side. And if you want to close it, you can just do it this way. For this, you have to do it this way. And you have a key holder here and a wireless charger there with 2 USB-C types here. And there that closes. Now let's come to the full dash. So you can get something called that's a hyper screen that is most popular for the EQS. The screen starts from here all the way extends till the other side. So this is fully a screen. Passenger screen here, infotainment here, and it is a full screen. But this car doesn't have that option, so this car has the same screen as the S-Class, but you can get that optional extra. And that car had a 56.7-inch full digital display from that side till that side, and I'm going to put that on the pop-out banner, the car that I did with that feature. Now let me show you the car's sunroof. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, turns on. If I just swipe my leg here, swipe my hand, not leg, and the powerfully opening sunroof is going to open. And it actually has a very wide opening, and after the sunroof opens, the blind is going to automatically come until here, so it looks nicer. And for closing it, you do the same, just like that. And it's going to close again. Pretty nice. You have 2 vanity mirrors on either side, so this is for the passenger. You have a mirror with a light, and let's close that. You have a microphone here for the voice command, and you have some buttons here. So this is for turning on the lights of the vehicle. You have 2 here, 2 here. This is for turning on the rear lights, as you can see. This is for a button for call me and call SOS emergency. 2 are here. This is a button. If you press this, when you open the door, the lights are not going to turn on. These are the normal touch sensitive lights. And this is for opening the sunroof, and you have 2 reading lights down here. And if you press this, those turn on too. Now I'm going to show you the car's infotainment system. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and everything's going to slowly turn on. So now let me show you the car's infotainment system. It is pretty much same as the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, but let me show you it either way. So first of all, you have the climate controls for either side down here. So this is for my side's wind speed and my side's temperature. This is for the passenger side's wind speed and the passenger side's temperature. You have auto, climate menu, auto for both sides, rear and front windshield heater. If you go on climate menu, you can see where you want the air. That's controllable from there. And you have the front windshield heaters and your face for the air and for the foots. Sync, AC, and this is for eco. You can also control the second row AC from here, so you can change the temperatures from there, and if you see back there, it's automatically changing for the wind speeds and everything. And you can also see the air quality, so what type of air is it feeding inside the car. You can see it right there. And it's a nice animation too, so no germs or anything can come inside the car when you're sitting in a Mercedes. And this has a pre-entry climate setting, so if you come inside the car, like if you're living in a hot country, a country that's hot weather or a country that's cold weather, you can preset a temperature, so before you come inside the car's AC is going to be on. It can make the car cooler and hotter, whichever you prefer. Now let's go back to home and let's show you the upper portion. So first of all, you have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for that. Then you have information, so you can see the energy flow, you can see the batteries there and the electric motors back there, because it's the 450. You can see the battery temperature and it says drive ready, so you can drive. And now you have the vehicle, so it's going to tell you which drive mode you're in, what the air suspension is at the most top or the most lowest. How is the car? Is it still or is it some up and down? You can see how much you're pressing on the brake or how much you're pressing on the gas too. And you can see all the suspension and how the car is riding all the way. Now let's go from back there. You have media, that's Bluetooth. You have your radio, that's FM and AM. Your phone for your contacts, and you have comfort, that's for your seat kinetics, and you have ambient lighting. So let me change the ambient lighting to this, and it's going to automatically change two different colors. You can see it all the way to the door, to the dash, and in the rear doors too. And you can see it on my seat and at the back. So the ambient lighting is pretty good. It's on the seats as well. Mercedes is top class when it comes to ambient lighting. And then you have your vehicle settings, your apps, and your EQ data. So you can look at the car's battery charge. That is 98% now. And with 98%, it can go 360 miles. That's the car says. So if you like full throttle down all the time, it's not going to give that much mileage, but because you're pressing the throttle all the way. But if you drive like a normal person, it's going to give you that mileage. And it's going to show you the range data that's loading and the consumption data too. And that's pretty much it. Now let me show you the driving dynamics. So you have eco mode, comfort, sports. It has this nice animation too, and individual. So I'm going to leave it on comfort. Now let me show you the car's camera. So this is the front camera that you can see, the BMW 7 Series, and it actually moves if you move the steering. There you can see. This is for the rear camera, and there the logo flips open, and it moves when you move the steering wheel too. This is for the both of the sides, so if the door is going to open or not. And this is for the automatic 360. It's nice, not bad. And then if I show you the vehicle settings and the normal stuff, that's all the way here. So you can turn off heads up display, turn on. If you have snow chains on the car, you can control that from here, so the car can tell you that yeah, it has snow chains on, so it's not going to beep. You can raise the car from here. You can turn off the parking sensors, lane keep assist, automatic steering assist, interior projector, and you have your tow away protection. So if someone's towing your car, it's going to start beeping. And that's pretty much it for the infotainment. You have the rear view mirror of the car right here. We'll turn on the AC a little bit more because it's a really hot day. Now let's come to the steering wheel. Steering wheel is fully leather strapped. It is power tilt and telescopic. There you can see that. And you have buttons here for your media, buttons here for the infotainment, buttons here for the screen, buttons here for the cruise control. Now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. One more thing before I show you the car's instrument cluster is the voice command of this car. So here we go. Hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Can you change the front temperature to 18 degrees?
I have set the front temperature to 18 degrees.
And there you go. The temperature is changed to 18 degrees and it is still listening to you. Now let's change it to something else. Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
can you change the front temperature to 20 degrees?
I have set the front temperature to 20 degrees.
There you go. It's pretty helpful. Now let me show you the car's front instrument cluster. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and it's going to slowly turn on the full instrument cluster. So you can fully customize the instrument cluster however you like. So this is your power display, so it's going to tell you how much you're pressing on the gas and how much you're pressing on the brake. So if you have your full foot down, it's going to say 100. If you have nothing on, it's going to say 0. That's your power gauge. You have your speedo here, that's in mile per hour, so the top speed is 160 miles, and you have some information here that's valuable. So you have the range here, so maximum it can give 433 miles, and the lowest it can give is 365 miles. It tells you too. That's nice. And you can actually change the theme too. So this is your normal standard. It has a clock here and the speedo there. And then if you go here, this is the sports display. I don't know how it's the sports display because it looks terrible. And then this is the classic. This is the navigation. That doesn't work in Bangladesh, unfortunately. This is the assistance, and it doesn't have a 3D instrument cluster like the S-Class because it's optional extra on this car. And this is for your service. You can see the EQS right there. So I'm going to put it on the normal classic. And in classic you can also change some stuff at the center. So now it's on the range stuff, so you can look at the mileage. You can look at the from start, from reset, and this is your eco display, so it's going to give you stars however you drive the car. And then this is for your range. This is for your consumption gauge. This is for your assistance. This is for your media, and this is the navigation. And I'm going to keep it like this because I like it. And when you change the driving modes, so now it's on sports, it just says S there, nothing else. I'm going to leave it on comfort. Now let me show you the car's heads-up display, but before that, on this side is your gear knob. On this side is the button for your hazards and windshield wiper, and this is your start-stop button. Now I'm going to show you the car's heads-up display. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and your heads-up display is slowly going to come there. So it shows you your speed and the speed you can set for the cruise control of the car. That is all the way there. And you can also customize it from the steering wheel. So if I do that right now, you can just put the kilometer, or you can put it with the sports display. You can put it on standard. You can put your eco display. You have your settings to change the brightness of the instrument cluster, and that you can do from there. The settings for adjusting it, so you can go up, and then you can adjust it from there. So you can adjust it upwards and downwards, so that's nice. And you can turn off the heads-up display and turn it off from this button. That's nice too. And it actually shows you the parking stuff too. So if I put it on drive or put it on reverse, it can tell you how much space there is at the front and at the back. That's pretty good. And when you turn it off, it slowly comes down.
Just a moment. Please don't forget your phone.
And now we are back at the instrument cluster, because when you turn that off and open the door, it does a nice animation too.
Excuse me, your phone is still in the car.
And that's a warning, because there's a phone at the wireless charger, so you don't forget it. Now let me show you the car's door. First of all, you have the vent for defogging the windows. Then you have this ambient lighting strip with this nice bronze strip. Then you have your AC vent, same turbine design. For turning it off, you just swipe it towards right. If you want to turn it on, swipe it towards left. You have the light here for the ambient lighting. This for the parking brake. These are your light controls. And you have your dead pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal right here. Then you have just for your lumbar settings here, you have Mercedes-Benz side sill. And now let's come to the door. You have this nice bronze finish all the way coming till here with the ambient lighting and the bronze finish. You have the Burmester Twitter on the door. And then if you come back from there, you have this full display with your unlock and lock, and this for opening the door. You have your seat controls here, heating seats and controlling the left side. You have your 3 memory seats, your Burmester Twitter, another one. It's actually your speaker than a Twitter, but you have your exterior mirror control. Window openers, window lockers, grab handle with this nice treatment again, a little storage area, and this for opening the boot. And now here we come outside because we're done with this review. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to know about more cars that I review before uploading it, you can contact with my Facebook page and my Facebook and my Instagram and a lot of other social medias that are going to be in the description. If you want to buy this specific car or any other Japanese, European, British, any luxury or normal cars, you can come to Avi Trading because they have literally everything. Like, there's nothing they don't have. Now I'm going to show you to the next video that is going to come automatically. Peace.